democracy can die in darkness, in dark rooms with no transparency and accountability. We're shining light on this darkness here. We're going to take our state back. We're not standing aside in this hour.
Well, that is the state senator in Pennsylvania who led that recent hearing on 2020 election fraud. Well, this morning he had his Twitter account suspended. Go figure. Immediately, President Trump fires a shot at Twitter, tweeting this quest to, quote, silence the truth only happens in communist countries. Twitter then reinstated the account, claiming it was all a big mistake. This happens on a day Senator and Army Colonel Mastriano declared the legislature in Pennsylvania will try to back its responsibility in selecting its electors, as the U.S. Constitution clearly spells out. And as Jenna Ellis just broke news on, it looks like that is going to happen. This is the state legislature's ability to do so. State legislatures are responsible for deciding how presidential electors are picked in their respective states. Because Republicans control the House and Senate in Pennsylvania, Senator Mastriano believes it can be done through a joint resolution to suspend state law that would not need a governor's signature. If he is successful, Biden would lose 20 Pennsylvania electors and President Trump would be awarded them. So what are the chances of this? We now know breaking news that the House and Senate are going to take this up. Please welcome to the program the courageous retired Army Colonel and now state senator from Pennsylvania, the man leading the charge on behalf of the president and the people of his state. Please welcome Doug Mastriano to the program. Senator, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me on, Grant. Crazy day. I'm glad Jenna broke that news, so I'm excited we finally got the Senate resolution pushed out just moments ago. And it's co-sponsored with some, heavy hitters in the Senate. Michelle Brooks, Mary Scavello, Dave Arnold, and also Judy Ward co-sponsored it. So we have momentum. The Constitution is on our side. For too long, the General Assembly, we act like we're not co-equals in this government, but we are. And it's time we exercise that ability, especially in light of the findings that we had in the hearings 2 days ago.
All right, so Senator, so you're saying the Pennsylvania Senate pushed through this resolution. The House has to take up the same resolution, a similar one, then you match them. When will the House do that?
So both the House and Senate introduced the legislation today, and there'll be a day or two we're asking for the rest of the Republicans to sign on board. And then once enough get on, hopefully we could roll with that Monday. So obviously, you rightly said it's time to contact your representatives and senators to get on board if they're not.
Absolutely. Okay, so one of the problems now in Pennsylvania is this election has already been certified. We know this court appeals judge threw out the stay in that. So technically, it's been certified. I guess the battle here will be taking back the certification, even though it's already been done. How do you square that here, Senator?
So part of that is the Senate resolution, because we're saying, look, Governor Wolf didn't look into any allegations and blew them off. Secretary of State Bookvar blew off all the allegations of shenanigans. Our Attorney General, declared a winner before one vote was counted. And so the whole process has been corrupted. Nobody cares to see if there was shenanigans, cheating, fraud, disenfranchisement. And so we're going to rise up and say, look, constitutionally, we have the final say on who the electors are. You certified an election that can't be certified because you didn't look into the allegations of cheating. So, that was a turning point in Gettysburg Wednesday when, of course, for the first time to the world, the case was made from eyewitnesses, and it's so compelling, and that anyone would stand aside, irregardless of party, and just get on board with party politics because they think their guy won is unacceptable. So we're going to reassert our authority here and try to do the right thing here and correct this entire disaster that's happened over this election cycle.
Senator, can you help me with this stat that I heard, or these numbers? The state of Pennsylvania mails out 1.8 million ballots, mail-in votes. They count 2.5 million received. I don't even understand how that's even possible in this day and age.
Yeah, so, we could put a man on the Mars, on the moon 50 years ago, but we can't conduct a free, fair, and decent election in Pennsylvania. And that number says it all. And I believe that's just scratching the tip of the iceberg here. And so it's obviously, even Stevie Wonder can see we have a problem here in Pennsylvania. And for the governor to look away and want to certify an election that has too many questions, and clearly a lot of things went wrong, that number there says it all. And
Senator, I want to make sure we play this point. By my count, you've got over 700,000 ballots that the state said they did not mail out that was returned with a vote. 700,000. We cannot brush over alone. How is the entire election not thrown out with just that number alone in Pennsylvania?
Thank you. And we have a precedent. 1994, there was a state Senate race, Marks versus Stinson, and it was a safe Democrat seat, but they couldn't help themselves. And there was so much cheating that a federal district judge threw out the results, threw out the Democrat that won that election, and put the Republican who lost because it was compromised. So if the Trump administration can make the case that it's that bad, if not worse, in areas of the state, you're going to see things flip.
Yeah. Well, Senator, I'll tell you what. Thank you for this fight. I mean, this is what happens when you get an Army colonel in the state Senate. And so we get things done. And I appreciate you, Senator Doug Mastriano. Thank you. Keep up the fight. Keep us posted as well.
Thank you. God bless. We got to win this fight. Everything's at stake. And truth and facts are on our side.
God bless you, sir. Thanks.